having said that, we've also been talking about the point system for the main race because we think that needs overhauling as well, really.
The point system for the main race is ruining the whole season. For me,
Well, it is.
I think as much as we want to make the races more exciting, actually, if you sort out the point system, the whole season in itself will be a lot more exciting. For sure.
Well, I mean, so we've been talking about this, and I think part of the problem is obviously if you're finishing in first, you're getting a much larger gap. So what? It's 25 points for first.
Yes.
It's
18?
Second is 18 points.
Second.
So I mean, there's a 7-point swing right there straight away just for first position. And don't get me wrong, they've done a good job. Brilliant, giving points. But anyone from below 10th gets absolutely nothing. And this year, don't forget, we're going to have 22 cars on the grid.
Yeah.
So you've just got to look at it and think, well, what if you've got one driver, say a rookie or whoever, who's been pushing their car to the absolute limit but has scored 11th all season? Well, they will have 0 points for the whole season, but they perform better than everyone below them. And you think, well, that's not really fair, is it? So, I mean, we've been talking about it. So you keep your 25 points for first, but then what about 22 points for second, 20 points for third, and then 18 down from each other one?
That's the way I do it.
Yeah, so effectively, you would have 18 points for fourth, 17 for fifth, so on and so forth. You would end up with car 21 getting 1 point, and the very last person on the track, car 22 from this year, with 0 points. So effectively, you only get no points if you start dead last, or you finish dead last.
Or you DNF.
Or you DNF, of course. And it's the same as Here's one then. Just while you've said that, what happens if, say, the bottom 3 cars DNF? Do they just score no points because they didn't finish? Even though they're in.
Yeah, and car 3 get car 19, or whoever crosses 19 gets a 3 points.
Yeah, that's fair play. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
You've got to finish to score the points. I think you've got to get the car across the line to get the points.
Yeah.
But what we've got now in a season where there's a one dominant driver, 5 races in, there could be a whole race win plus ahead if they've won the first 4 races. And if the second place person's the same person, if it's a different person, it could be a race win plus a sprint win ahead. And then half a season in, you're like, oh, well, the de facto champion. Well done.
Yeah.
What's the point now? I know when they did the whole reshift of points, it was like, oh, do you really reward the first person? The first person to cross the line. Get it. But you're giving him 3 points in our system. You're giving him 3 points more than the guy who finished behind him. You're rewarding him.
That's it.
And actually, he can win the first 4 races and still only be 12 points ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And then race 10, 11, 12 in the season, you're kind of looking at it going, well, actually, he's had a really good season, but he's going to have to keep the form up all season because one bad race, one DNF, and you're keeping the excitement going. And not only that, if you come back to the back end of the field, every point is precious.
Of course it is.
Every single point is precious. You're going to see, like, oh, well, we're running around in 17th. We're just going to pull you in for hard tyres just to get some data. No.
Yeah.
The guy ahead, he's only 4 seconds down the road. Push.
Yeah.
Push. We might be able to get an extra point here. And everybody's going to be vying for points. And even if you're dead last, unless you've been lapped and you're like, okay, well, my race is cooked.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
You're going to keep every single overtake. There's nothing worse than watching a fantastic race and going, oh, look at the move he's just put on him for 13th.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It was worth nothing. 2 laps from the end, fantastic move, but you may as well have just stayed where you were.
Yeah, I mean, this season, especially that we've just had, 2025, wasn't much. Well, I'll say there wasn't much. There wasn't very much action up at the front. No. There was a little bit here and there, but it was very dead. And as much as when those happened, it was impressive drives and all that, all of the action was happening mainly from, say, 8th downwards. The back end of the field this year was full of action. It was action-packed. and it's not being rewarded. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And if you're, especially in the, let's face it, in the constructors, one extra place finishing high in the constructors makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
So if you're a team and you're, I don't know, if you're 17th, 18th, 16th, whatever, and you're going, these points matter to my team. I need to get that extra place. I need to finish 14th, 13th, whatever. That it would be, I think it's so much more rewarding for the teams as well, lower down the constructors, who are going, this weekend, it wasn't the best, but we scored 7 points. That's amazing. And I think it rewards all of the small improvements and the great drives that some of these lower drivers are doing. And a lot of the time, it's purely they're in a lower down car. They're not as competitive as the top ones. Fine. But you look at the likes of Hulkenberg. Last year, absolutely made up for him to be on the podium.
Yeah.
But having said that, he has done great driving up until that point. It's just not being rewarded, and that's the shame of it.
Yeah.
The fact that he has to wait until he gets on a podium to have his moment of glory, when actually he's done great drives, but he hasn't been rewarded for that in points for his team, and then finishing higher up the constructors. I think it'd be so much better. Yeah.
I know there might be some people who think like, oh, you don't want to reward mediocrity, but it's not about that. It's about rewarding racing. You want to encourage racing, give people points for it. You know, tell them it does matter if you finish 17th or 18th. It does matter if you get that overtake 2 laps towards the end and get yourself up into 12th. It really does matter. Like, you're not kind of going, well, my race is cooked. I'm just a moving roadblock right now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring it home. I'm going to collect some data, and then I'm going to go and have a shower. You're actually saying, no. Every second that you're on the track is going to matter here, because you can bring in points. And how much closer would not only the Drivers' Championship be at the top end, but the Constructors' Championship be, as you've already alluded to, like all the way through. You're not going to see McLaren finishing 200, 300 points ahead, Mercedes, Red Bull finishing 200 or 300 points ahead after 16 races or whatever. You're going to see a tighter championship, both on the driver side and the constructor side. And if we want an exciting season, we need exciting races. If we want exciting races, we need to reward the racing that's being done on track.
That's exactly right.
I think